2026 Tesla Model Y is the iPhone of cars. It's hard to fathom this happening today, but not so long ago, we'd collectively get really excited about the debut of a new iPhone. Live streams broke the internet, Apple stores overflowed with launch day crowds, and everyone obsessed over the latest features. That hype has faded. Smartphones became routine, Apple's updates more iterative than revolutionary. This new iPhone, the 17th of May, be impressive, but it's no cultural moment. That same evolution came to mind while I was driving the updated Tesla Model Y. If the iPhone defined modern tech, the Model Y defined modern EVs. Good enough to be the world's best-selling car in 2023 and Tesla's biggest success. But the latest update to the Model Y no longer feels groundbreaking. It's a better version of the same car with sharper looks, more range, a nicer interior, and stronger specs. Yet Tesla hasn't changed the fundamentals. There's still no ultra-fast charging, 800-volt architecture, factory bi-directional charging, or flashy Cybertruck tech like steer-by-wire. It feels like the slightly better camera update of EVs. And that's all before we get to certain perception issues Tesla has these days. To put it gently, behind the wheel, the upgrades do add up to something meaningful. The new Model Y is drastically better than before, and probably Tesla's best car yet. And for most buyers, it may still be the best all-around EV for sale in America. Full disclosure, Tesla does not provide press loaner cars to insideevs, so I paid to rent this 2026 Model Y on Turo from HDP Mobility. They were fantastic hosts. 2026 Tesla Model Y Juniper. Specs and overview. 2 Model Y versions are on sale in the US as of this writing. The long-range rear-wheel drive version starts at $44,900, and the long-range all-wheel drive version comes in at $48,990. Power comes from an approximately 75 kilowatt-hour usable battery with 357 miles of range on the RWD car and 327 miles of range on the AWD model. Those numbers may no longer be industry-leading, but they're certainly above average for this class. These improvements over the old car aren't always obvious, but they are vast. Take the new Model Y's signature visual upgrade, the thin, horizontal matrix LED light bar up front. It's not just a nod to the Cybercab, it is the best adaptive high-beam system I have ever tested, detecting cars and other objects on the road at night and shining around them so it never blinds other drivers. Headlights like these are newly legal in North America, and as far as I'm concerned, Tesla has reset the bar for illumination with them. Speaking of bars, that full-width LED bar on the rear hatch is a neat trick. It projects its light onto a panel below it and looks pretty wild at night. Since the Model Y was never designed with the historical baggage of gas cars, it remains superb in terms of cargo space and storage. You get 29 cubic feet of space behind the second row of seats, 75.5 cubic feet of total interior space, and 116 liters out of the deeply generous front trunk. The frunk on my AWD Kia EV6 can't even hold my camera bag. Tesla trounces the competition here, including bigger EVs and any gas-powered car in this class. The new acoustic glass also cuts road noise and wind noise by 20% compared to the outgoing model. According to Tesla, while the thicker roof glass is far less likely to bake you in the sun like older cars do, the subtle visual tweaks also yield far better aerodynamic efficiency than before, and the sound system is better, while the sometimes questionable build quality of older Teslas is now long gone. Basically, if you had gripes about the old Model Y, you will have fewer of them this time. The car I rented was an AWD Model Y on 19-inch wheels. Springing for the 20-inch ones drops your range up to 24 miles, so this is the one I'd get. The Model Y's driving dynamics have grown up. Gone is the notoriously harsh ride that made the previous car, and its sibling, the Model 3, unpleasant to be in when the pavement got even moderately rough. This is a thoroughly revised chassis and suspension design, with new frequency selective dampers and a stiffer structure overall. The result is a car that's less punishing than it once was, and much more relaxing to put hundreds of miles on in one go. Even in non-performance form, the Model Y remains damn quick. While Tesla doesn't release horsepower numbers for these cars, it does quote a 0 to 60 time of 4.6 seconds. In highway passing, it feels quicker than that, enough to surprise some mid-tier performance cars. The handling feels sharp too, owing to that revised suspension and the Model Y's relatively compact size. It's better in the corners than, say, a comparable non-N Hyundai Ioniq 5, and it remains hundreds of pounds lighter than other EV options. At the same time, Tesla's steering setup is as numb as it's ever been, but overall, it's rather fun to drive. That's aided by some of the best one-pedal driving calibration in the business. You can only choose between standard and low region, so don't expect the deep customization you might get elsewhere. But in terms of smoothness, controllability, and predictability, the Tesla approach is outstanding. Source: reposted and summarized from Patrick George at InsideEVS.